What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be diving into a massive shift that's happening in crypto. Most retail investors haven't even noticed it yet. While everyone's chasing the meme coins, the Pepe coin or Shiba Inu, enterprise crypto, the real infrastructure layer, is preparing to dominate the next cycle. While you're out chasing meme coins, JP Morgan, BlackRock, world governments are laying the groundwork, laying the infrastructure, picking the next crypto winners, and you need to be in on that action. So now, what are we talking about? I'm talking about HBAR, Quant, Injective, and Chainlink today. 4 projects that are deeply embedded in governments, Fortune 500s, banks, tokenization platforms, and AI infrastructure. So if you want to know where the big money's actually going, stay locked in. Because guys, this is the one chance, the one time, the little guy, us, we have a chance to get in early, right? We can buy into these tokens right now before mass adoption happens. Usually what happens is some venture capital backs a company, they issue private stock, the big guys make it rich before it even hits the market. But now with blockchain, tokenization, decentralized finance, Coinbase allowing us to buy the tokens that we've researched and we believe in, we're going to make bank. So the truth is, crypto doesn't go mainstream through retail adoption, right? Me, you, my neighbor, we're not going to push the price of XRP or Chainlink to $10,000. It's just not going to happen. I don't have that much money. You don't have that much money. But the thing that makes it go mainstream, the thing that makes the prices soar and stay high is when institutions adopt it. And in the last 12 months, something huge has changed. Banks, stock exchanges, asset managers, and nations have quietly begun integrating blockchain rails behind the scenes. JP Morgan and BlackRock were telling you that Bitcoin is nothing for thieves and money laundering, and Jamie Dimon says he'll fire anybody that talks about Bitcoin. They're just doing that. They're doing that over here. Look over here. Look to what they're actually doing, and they're integrating blockchain rails behind the scenes. And when the time comes, they're going to flip the switch and leave you in the dust unless you're prepared. So what networks are they choosing? Well, before we go any further, guys, I just got to say, we got to say it. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and research purposes only. Please do your own research before you spend any money. But now, back to the video. What networks are these guys choosing? HBAR, Quant, Injective, and Link are 4 that I feel very confident that big guys are dipping their toes in. So let me show you why. So the enterprise crypto trend. We're entering what I like to call crypto phase 3. So what was phase 1? Phase 1 was Bitcoin and speculation. It's like, do I even want to put my money in here? Oh, Bitcoin's 10 cents. Let me get out when it's $1. Is it going to go to 0? Right? We had no idea what it was, what blockchain was, what Bitcoin was. That was phase 1. Phase 2 was DeFi, NFTs, and meme coins. This was where you could make 1,000, 2,000% overnight. Or when someone paid $60 million for an NFT, which is now worth like $5. And some DeFi platforms started to arise. Phase 3, guys, which is what we're just on the precipice of, is enterprise and real world adoption, which is coming in the form of regulation and utility tokens. The tokens are going to have to do something, guys. They're going to have value. They're going to have to provide value. They're going to have to move money, right? They're going to have to tokenize real world assets. They're going to have to work with privacy. They're going to have to work with interoperability. There needs to be value, and there needs to be regulation in order for the big guys to adopt it. But what does this mean? We're going to see tokenized stocks, tokenized money market funds. We're going to be trading 24/7, guys. When the market closes at 3 o'clock Central Time, right? That's not going to happen anymore. We're going to be able to trade our stocks and options 24/7 on the blockchain. We're going to have on-chain settlement rails, AI agents using crypto networks, Enterprise-grade blockchains for compliance and regulations. Companies and big institutions, they don't care about hype. They care about scalability, security, regulatory compliance, finality, and interoperability. And if we can give them that on the blockchain, those are the chains that are going to ultimately win and go up in value. And now it gets to the point of the video. There's only a few networks that actually meet those standards. So first, let's talk about HBAR or Hedera. Hedera is built for enterprise from the ground up, and it's governed by a group of giant companies like Google, IBM, Boeing, Dell, LG, Ubisoft, and more. And here's why enterprises are choosing Hedera. It has insane speed. We're talking 10,000 transactions per second. 10,000! That's insane. That's why I say insane speed. Finality in seconds. So you do a transaction, boom, it can process it and tell you it's done, complete in the hash graph within seconds. Low fees. We're talking a fraction of a penny per transaction paid in HBAR. The hash graph patent in a unique architecture. Guys, Hedera is not a typical blockchain as we know it. It's its own technology called hash graph, which makes it insanely fast and hard to copy. There's an enterprise council for governments, not a group of anonymous validators. Like I said, we're talking about companies like Google, IBM, and Boeing that are part of this governance council. Massive tokenization and sustainability focus. And right now we're seeing tokenized assets, supply chain auditing, CBDC pilots, real world carbon markets, GovTech applications. And if adoption keeps growing, HBAR will become one of the backbones of the global digital infrastructure. Now, the second network that we're going to be talking about is Quant. Quant is the interoperability king. It's not a blockchain. It's the operating system that connects them. Quant's overledger is already integrated with major banks, central bank pilots, payment companies, Oracle and Hyperledger, digital pound sandbox, multiple tokenization platforms. Enterprises don't want another chain. They want to connect all the chains securely. And Quant solves the biggest barrier to institutional adoption: interoperability across private, public, and legacy networks. Many people believe Quant will become the connective tissue of the global digital asset system. Another unique thing about Quant is its scarcity. While some of these other tokens and networks have billions and billions of tokens, some are capped, and some other networks, like let me see here, like Optimism and like Polygon, they can issue new tokens. Quant is capped. Quant's capped at 14 million. So the scarcity play, just like Bitcoin, is available with Quant, which makes it very intriguing. Next, Injective. This one doesn't get a lot of hype. You don't see a lot of talk about Injective, but it is an enterprise-grade finance chain built for the new on-chain economy. And what sets it apart? It's built with the Cosmos SDK. It's MEV-resistant architecture. It has a native order book, high-speed finance optimized L1, institutional-grade DApps. But the big story, guys, Injective is becoming the backbone for tokenized financial products. It's interoperable, it's fast, and it's specifically designed for on-chain derivatives. The derivatives market is huge. It is absolutely massive. The derivatives market dwarfs the stock market. Automated trading, AI-driven finance, cross-chain liquidity, institutional liquidity providers. Banks and funds need somewhere to launch tokenized infrastructure, and Injective is built exactly for that. And the last one, number 4, definitely not limiting it to these 4, but these 4 are good choices. And the last one is Chainlink. Chainlink is the invisible giant powering the entire tokenization era. Oh, there's Injective, there's Chainlink. And here's the truth. Nothing in enterprise crypto is going to work without oracles. And Chainlink dominates the oracle market with price feeds, proof of reserve, private chain connectivity, CCIP, which is cross-chain interoperability protocol, bank-grade security bridges, partnerships with Swift, DTCC, ANZ, BNP Paribas, and more. When the $20 trillion tokenized asset market becomes standard, Chainlink becomes unavoidable. It's the data, the security, the infrastructure, the messaging layer, everything enterprises need. So, why will these four coins lead? These networks aren't fighting for retail hype. They're building the foundation of the new financial system where assets, payments, identity, data, and AI all move on chain. So let's say that again, guys. They are not fighting for hype. They are building something that's useful, that provides value, and that companies would be stupid not to adopt. That's why you don't hear about these, because they actually do something. Think of it as a startup company. Think of it as, something, it's not a Ponzi scheme. This is real companies, real chains, and they're solving real world problems. That's why they don't need the hype. So, altogether, HBAR covers enterprise grade, high speed ledger. Quant is interoperability and legacy system integration. Injective is the financial infrastructure, the tokenization rails. And Chainlink is data, security, and cross chain messaging. They're not competing, they're all complementary to each other. This is the hidden cluster of enterprise adoption. So, guys, enterprise crypto is coming faster than anyone expects. And the biggest moves usually happen long before the public notices. So remember, these aren't meme coins. These new companies and these new chains are laying the groundwork for the new financial system, and you have a chance to get in at the ground floor. So let me know in the comments, which of these do you think is going to lead the next adoption wave? HBAR, Quant, Injective, Chainlink, something else? XRP? I like me some XRP. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.